Carmine here with Bedhead Fitness, and it is your fitness tip of the day. What I wanted to speak of is taking a three-pronged approach to your fitness goals and your training. Frequently, people think that they just need to work on their nutrition or exercise, and they may take the emphasis of what they've heard is more important and focus on that more. An example of this is I have a client, and he's usually within about 10 pounds of a really great healthy category for his weight. And he travels back and forth. He zigzags a little bit around that weight. And, when he's going away, he may stay closer to his ideal weight. And, during the winter, he may let a little bit of a few bad pounds come onto his body. Within his work, they have a Biggest Loser contest on an annual basis every single year. Now, Don, compared to some of the people he works with, there are a couple of females and one male, and they have really large amounts of weight to lose. Now, it is extremely difficult when you have sort of traveled into a position where you're both deconditioned and obese or morbidly obese. However, your body does recognize how unhealthy that is, and it will react to positive habits, and the initial pounds will come off rather easy compared to a person who is already at a healthy body fat percentage, and they're really trying to simply tighten their body up and come to a rather low body fat percentage. And in the case of aesthetics athletes like physique competitors and bodybuilders, they're actually at an unhealthy body fat percentage for magazine shoots, for competitions, things like that. But that's another subject. So the funny thing is Don never wins the loser segment of things. He does use it as a jump start and as a motivating tool. And remember that word motivation, it's part of what this tip is about. He uses it as a motivating tool to help him tighten up his nutritional habits, perhaps get in some more workouts, and to get a little more cardio in. So what Don always does is he takes the second prize, and the second prize is based on effort and exercise. So they use one of the more modern exercise tools. Initially they did pedometers, but now everybody has much better tools. Your watch or your cell phone may have activity measurements that are much more accurate and actually diverse. So it wouldn't just be a step counter. It might be able to measure the intensity and the quality and type of exercise that you're doing. So Don isn't able to match the weight that a couple of his colleagues at work is able to, but he does win in that he does lose most of that weight that he is a little bit unhappy with, and he out-exercises everybody within the contest and looks fantastic and feels great at the end of it, and gets the second prize, which can be something that's significant. The biggest prize is actually usually, since they do it as a pool, and I think as many as 30 people participate in it, it's sometimes up to a $500 prize, or a prize that's in that equivalent value range. So it's a significant prize. Now here's the interesting part of it, is the person who wins, who won this year, won the year before and the year before that, and I think in the 7 years I've trained Don has won 6 out of the 7 years. And also, as a point of interest, she has a similar starting point every single year, meaning everything that she loses, whether it's 17 pounds or 19 pounds or 21 pounds, is back within one calendar year. And here is the lesson, here's the tale of caution. The reason is that woman understands and has heard this of the science, and there's truth to the science that nutrition is the most important component in a weight loss goal. And it's probably within any fitness goal, it's going to be way up there. So you really need to be aware that just because the scientific numbers are saying that successful weight loss, perhaps 75 to 80% of it may come from the nutrition side of the formula, doesn't mean you can ignore the other sides of the formula. The first and obvious other side of the formula is the exercise, your input versus output. So your input is your food, you reduce your food, weight comes off, rather simple. However, you do want the right weight to come off and you want to keep the right weight on. It's important to your metabolism. With the output formula, it's non-negotiable. If you choose not to use your body, your muscles will atrophy, your lean body mass will escape you, your immune system won't be as strong as it should be, your brain chemistry won't be as healthy, and you'll be less motivated. Remember that word, motivate is part of this as well. You simply will lose lean body mass, and then when you reduce or go back to less strict eating habits, the weight's going to come back on. And that was the case with the show The Biggest Loser. They have 10-year studies out, and the results are abysmal in that primarily they almost have no success stories. I can reduce it to that. Maybe I'll throw a link into the video to show you the article I read. But primarily most of the people who you thought left that show in fantastic shape and you felt fantastic about their journey wasn't over. There's no finish line to fitness. There's no finish line to weight loss if you struggle with it. It's an ongoing battle. It's something that you have to participate in every day. So you have to have exercise. It's non-negotiable. If you do get receive results in situations like a fast, like this time of year, many fasts are. I remember the kale fast was extremely popular about a year ago. Or it might be Shakeology is a product that's essentially a fast. You're going to drink shakes every day and only have one eating event that is something other than the shake. And there are lots of similar ideas, but if you go on food restriction alone without exercise, you're not going to have long-term success. You need both. And then the third leg of this table, and no table will stand on one leg, two legs, it needs to have a third leg to stand on, is motivation. You have to find a motivation to stick with the habits for the reason I just said. There is no finish line. You may obtain a goal and hit a point of maintenance in which your habits are much more friendly to you and not quite as strict as they were before. But there's no finish line. So you have to find something that creates enthusiasm, creates energy, find a way to reward yourself, but you need to find motivation. So it takes nutrition, it takes exercise, and it takes ongoing motivation in order to have a successful fitness plan. So whether you set a goal to look great for a vacation or an annual vacation is better, since you want to remember that you're not doing it just for one thing. If you have a dress or a certain piece of clothing or a suit that fits you that you want to be able to continue wearing because it's your favorite, that's a great motivating tool. Or if you simply just find a brand of exercise or a training partner or a system that brings a lot of joy to working out for you, that will help you stick to it. It will help you remember that you have to go home and repeat good habits, not to lose what you accomplished within the price you paid in your training. You want to receive the best results, and that's what's going to keep you going. So remember, it's going to be food, exercise, and a great attitude that's going to get you to the finish line. And it's not a finish line. It's really just meeting a goal and then resetting goals and continuing. The only thing you'll get, the important thing that you'll get out of the fact that there is no true finish line is that you will live younger, you will live healthier, and you've taken away a lot of the risk factors that steal people's health and make them live a shorter life than they should. So if this has been informative and helpful to you, and it helps you structure a plan that is effective to you, and Bedhead Fitness does supply one method, one way to success, please subscribe to the station. You'll hear continued tips like this. You'll also see workouts that you can set up at home or at a gym, and other resources that you might find really helpful. So please subscribe to the station. Hit a like if you found this video informative, and in the comments section, share with me your story, any information that you have about success or lack of success, obstacles, plateaus, and also just general suggestions on what direction you want the channel to head in, because this channel's for you. Thank you very much. Carmine here from Bedhead Fitness signing off. Have a fantastic fitness day.